to. Well, you and I both liked Ahsoka. We
It
were
was
on that
phenomenal.
episode. So
Oh, yeah.
The Acolyte came out this week. I haven't seen it. 2 episodes, right?
Yep. 2
have
episodes.
you seen it? Okay. How'd you feel about it? Should I watch it? What do you think?
Okay. So The Acolyte. I think that what they are trying to do can be really, really good. Getting away from the Skywalker legacy is what we need.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's beating a dead horse at this point. So what they're trying to do, I think, is good. I think there are aspects where the dialogue falls short. It is just kind of weird.
Okay.
And they almost do like a Parent Trap. So one actor playing twins.
Okay.
So with that kind of takes me out of it. But overall, the fight scenes have been great.
Okay.
The story so far is Jedis investigating a murder. That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not been like, there's not been a clear, at least from what I've watched. Now, granted, I've watched it with kids. There's not been a clear agenda that I've picked up on. It just seems like they're trying to tell stories in Star Wars. So,
because I've seen a lot of like kind of outrage, but I almost think that it's just kind of clickbait.
Yep.
Similar to the way that some of the Ahsoka stuff was. I was like, you and I both said that Ahsoka was almost everything I wanted in a Star Wars show, just a solid show.
Yeah,
but then there's all this kind of drama.
The Star Wars community doesn't know where it wants to land. Part of that is because they captured lightning in a bottle with the originals. What's interesting is, like, Phantom Menace just hit theaters again. What is it, celebrating 20 or 25 years or something like that?
It bumped itself back up into the top 50 highest grossing movies.
Which isn't that interesting, considering after the Phantom Menace came out, the number one thing that people said about it was terrible. The worst Star Wars movie to ever be created. Which I completely disagree. I think it's one of the best. But
I
think Star Wars community is just not sure where it wants to be. And I think a lot of that is them just wanting to relive nostalgia with 4, 5, and 6. And it's not caught on in the same way with the stuff that they've put out there.
Yeah.
But I would say the first 2 episodes...
I saw an interview with the guy who played Jar Jar Binks. I forget his name now. Who had the nice cameo in, I think it was...
Lego Star Wars recently, wasn't it?
It was. He had a live action. I think he was saving Grogu in one of the seasons of the Mandalorian.
No way. Jar Jar Binks saved Grogu?
The guy with the 2 lightsabers? That's Jar Jar Binks' actor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But he said that George Lucas told him he said, when I released the first Star Wars, people hated C-3PO and R2-D2. And then they later fell in love with them. He's like, people are not going to like you. The movie's for kids. But then later they might like you. Now, I've never had the hate for Jar Jar Binks. I didn't love him. But he's all right. And he drives the plot forward. It's a bit of silliness. When I was a kid, I thought it was pretty funny when when his tongue went all numb and he got trapped in there. I was 11 when that movie came out. That was fine.
Yeah.
But it's... So I don't know, maybe we need to relax about Star Wars a little bit, even though it holds a special place in my heart. So yeah, I'm glad that I got to pick your brain about that, because I was preparing for this podcast and I didn't have as much time to see The Acolyte, and I wanted to. I was like, do I have 2 hours of life to give? I do not, but I will get to talk to Jam and see whether it's worth my time.
I think it is. I think it's worth checking out. Even if it like goes downhill, I'm planning on watching it all the way through. And then once I get a holistic view of it, I think I'll have a better opinion. But from what I've seen so far, I think it's fine. Yeah.
Maybe you and I will pull together to cover it in the future. We'll see.
I'm game.
We hope you enjoyed this snack-sized taste of Popcorn Theology. Check out the full episode using the link in the description. Subscribe on YouTube for more content. Follow and interact on social media to share with others. And remember, you are not a mindless consumer.